Welcome to Tracy's Rhythmic Life. This is where we grow, learn, and enjoy the rhythm of real life and gardening. All right, friends, good morning. Welcome back to Tracy's Rhythmic Life. So, let me give you guys a quick update here and just see what your girl got going on out here. All right, first, let me show you this. Yes, you see, it looks a little different. We have gotten the siding put on. Yes, now it's time for me to work on me another little project. I'm gonna take it slow. But yes, let me just walk back here right quick. But yes, we finally got the siding done. And this is what I was telling you about. We're gonna try to either change the door or either just spruce it up a little bit. We may just paint it because this is just like a screened in porch area, back porch. And we just closed it in a little bit, left the opening here. So I'm gonna try to put flowers, herbs, maybe a few vegetables, either like right here and here. I may have me a little small Bristol sitting area. I already have a table. I'm just been moping and looking around for me a small chair. But all right, here we go. I got cucumbers back here. They have started flowering. So I'm gonna I gotta come in and feed. All my little plants over here died off. I think I gave it too much fertilizer. Now the rosemary is still hanging on. The marigold died off. I moved the oregano that was there. The tomato is still hanging on. Hopefully I'm getting some tomatoes. I still have that, well, two now. It was just one. The leaves here are turning brown, so I may give it some Epsom salt. But yeah, I'm gonna just take my time and do a little work back here. I may section the side of the house off over here with mulch or gravel. I'm just still not sure yet. But yeah, I just want to show you that the siding is complete. Hopefully I'm gonna get all this moved. I don't know about this fan and this was a light here. I don't know. Get that shift, this shift. But yeah, let me show you my a lot of my peppers here that I had been working on. So a lot of these I started from seed and some that I purchased from the big box store. I just finished watering and feeding. I pulled them out because we got a good little shower yesterday, but by the time I was able to bring them out where they can get some rainwater, it pretty much had stopped, so it did not get enough rainwater. So I just finished giving a little feed and watering. Here are these over here, still no blooms. Now this okra here and this okra here, these are the okra that I brought you along when I planted these out. They were starts that I got from the big box store, and these are Clemson. So I had three of them. One of them died off, so these two are still hanging on. This one has taken off tremendously, and it looks like I'm getting 1, 2, 3 okra, guys. All right, now I brought you along when I did these okra. These are the seeds. I started these from seed. Remember, I had them soaking in water, and I had it was the emerald and the red. So of those I had 6, and remember 2 of those did not sprout, so I still planted them anyways. And these are the 4 that sprouted. And evidently I'm thinking, because you see the reddish, these were the red burgundy okra, and that one is the emerald. But we had a little high winds and it was in the rain, and I think you see that flop over there. So I don't know about this one, guys. I may just try to drop another seed. of the emerald, at least two more of the emerald. I don't know if this one is gonna make it. I've been having it propped up on this little stick here, so it'll stand up. Hopefully it'll gain some strength and kind of heal itself and come back. That's a jalapeno pepper back here. I have one pepper that's growing there. This is a jalapeno pepper here. Now I brought you along when I planted out my ginger here in this mini raised bed here. So I did have that poblano in here, but I took it out and I just added the remainder of the ginger in this bed here. So guess what, guys? It's probably been a little over 2 weeks, right at 3 weeks now. And so you see the ginger that's coming along. Now this container is full of ants. There go a ginger coming up right there. I came in and fed it. So I have a ginger here. You see this one, a ginger here. Let's see. And a ginger here. There. So when I pulled the shavings back, it has a lot of ants in here, so I'm not worried about anything. I'm just gonna let it be. I may take the shavings off and just add add the pine shavings that's a little bit lighter and replace this, take it out, or I may just decide to just not bother it and keep it. So now in the middle here is where I added the extra ginger. So hopefully those will come out or start shooting up very soon. All right, guys, I'm not gonna go out in the garden. I'm just out here to try to do a little maintenance. Yeah, guys, I'm just out here today to do a little feeding. This is the first time that I have not gone out in the garden in a whole week. A whole week I was not able to go out in the garden like I should have. Whew. Little gnats and bugs are flying around. I'm fixing to mow the lawn in the front. I'm gonna mow around the perimeter of the inside of the garden. Hubby has already did the bigger part of the yard and the other property up the street. So I need to do a little harvesting and feeding, and I'm not gonna water. I may have to water the herd section because just even it has to be like a heavy rain or come down a good shower to pretty much water the herd section of the garden, because a lot of trees hang over, so it kind of, the water does not get in that section as well as being out in the open. It does water it, but just not as fully like the opening area of the main garden. So I'm gonna go out there and check. Like I said, I have not been out there in a week, so I know I need to harvest, and I'm gonna do a little feeding there, maybe water the herd section. I won't have to do anything to the main garden. So I may come back. Oh, let me show you my herbs. I forgot about that. Let me turn you back around. All right, y'all remember when I had these here lavender? I planted it out. Now I've been studying up on lavender, pretty much all the herbs. So, but when I up potted and planted, you see what happened. Yes. So now I do see some greenery that's still like coming through. So that's why your girl is kind of leaving it alone, not bothering it. The oregano that was coming back. Let's see. I have that one down here that is. Let's see if I can pull that out. That's that one that's trying to come back. So I'm not bothering this one and this one over here and this one. So I have 3 containers with the oregano. I'm just gonna let those be. I'm not gonna bother those because those are perennials, and hopefully they will continue to come back. This is a rosemary here. Hopefully it'll bounce back. I'm just letting them be. They look rough. They've died off. So I'm just letting those see if they can come back. Now the sage was looking that way, started dying at the bottom. The bottom leaves had died off, so I left it alone, and I see some new growth here. So yep, that's what's going on with my herbs. But I'm reading up and studying a lot with the herbs. You almost have to just not be so specific with things when you're doing the herbs. Herbs are roughneck. I call it roughneck. So all that watering that we have to do, feeding, trying to have a good soil, they don't need none of that. They want dry sun, the roughest of the soil that you can possibly have, just plain old regular dirt. You don't have to feed it. That's what it thrives on. So when you do water just a tad bit, not much. Maybe once every 2 weeks, or 2 or 3 times out the month, even if that the case. But yeah, so I'm just gonna leave the herbs be, just let them be. Now they did get some water yesterday from in the rain, so because they hadn't been watered in a good bit, so they were real dry, so I don't think that hurt anything. So I pulled them out and let them get sun and let it dry up sun, and just hoping within a couple of months they will show some sign of life to continue to come back like that oregano down there. And even if nothing happens till next spring, I'm just gonna let it be. I'm gonna purchase more, but I just want to have a good multiply of herbs that I could use, not just for medicinal purposes, but just for seasoning purposes. But again, on my okra here, I'm hoping that this bounce back, and but I'm gonna just try to drop some more seeds. It's just mid-July, well, not quite mid-July, and so we still have a good little bit of growing season. I'm just, hey, I guess all that is just part of gardening, guys. You have your successes and your failures, and you just keep trying and trying and trying again. All right, guys. All right, guys. So I have made it out here in the garden, just kind of checking things out. So I did get a few of these green beans. I have a few more. Not enough, maybe just enough for me, or just a serving for me. Not enough for both of us. I do see some. Let me turn you around here. All right, I do see like right here, and a few more that's trying to get started. But like I said, when you are planting green beans, you got to plant a lot to even get a good serving, 2 or 3 servings out of it. I see it has looped itself around this arbor here. I kind of not gave up, but gave up on my blackberries there. So I just haven't had time to get out here like I should. The ginger is just growing and growing and growing. The few green beans that I planted here, I don't know about that. Back there, started some more. Back there, I just haven't been able to get out here in the garden like I should have. Now these are some more pole beans here. I do see some blooms trying to come on, or some pods trying to get started. But take a look at my purple hull peas. You see that down there? I'll come out here and harvest a few of those. Some more is trying to get up top here. I have eggplants, some more eggplants that I need to get. A few more tomatoes. I have my long purple eggplant here. I have one here that I need to go ahead and harvest. Some more has started coming. My purple hull on the back. So my purple hull is doing pretty good. So now I still have time to drop more seeds for those, and probably what I may do again. I have the other peppers here that I need to try to harvest. Tomatoes are about done, pretty much. So yeah, though banana, and let me tell y'all something. Though banana peppers gonna do if nothing else in the garden does. I love banana peppers, but not to that extent. Where pretty much you ain't got to do nothing. Those babies gonna come. I do see end rot there, so but that's fine. I can cut that part off. Now take a look at the corn here. Beginning to get some tassels. I won't. Well, I'm not gonna say I won't. Oh, one of them already getting some. Look at there. Look up there, guys. Look up there. The little, what you call these? The little furry little things. They are coming along. Yeah, so the corn is not bad. I don't know if I'm gonna get corn, like the actual ears of the corn, but hey, it's enough for me to try it again next season. Now, if I probably can still drop some more corn, which is what I will do again. Now, these are my potatoes. Yep, my potatoes. So hopefully I'll get some potatoes. When I thought that I kind of lost hope there, it was just time to harvest, because those are early. Those were early potatoes, so they don't take months and months. The watermelon is taking off, so not big yet, but you know the vines are growing. Squashes are here. I don't know if I'm gonna get any squash again. I may need to go ahead on and try to pull some of them up. My fig over here. So with this being the first year of these figs, I don't know if I'm gonna get figs this first year, because it's continuously putting on growth of the leaves, but no fruit yet. And usually the fig grows in between here. So I don't know. I keep thinking those are figs. I'm hoping that they are. If I don't get but maybe one or two, that'll be fine with me. All right, guys, so I'll just run by. I gotta cut the perimeter of the garden. I finished the front. Like, you know, I do this little small section here, just go around the perimeter of the garden, maybe one or two times, and that's it. So when I'll be done, then I'll come out here later on or later this morning and kind of see what I can do out here. Play catch up, start thinking of my area up there that I'm gonna be working on. So that's it, guys. So I may include another day's video in here, and well, for right now we're gonna call it a wrap, guys. I will see you all on. I may include another day's video in here, and well, for right now we're gonna call it a wrap, guys. I will see you all on.